Long before becoming one of the richest people in American agriculture, before building a company worth billions of dollars, before changing the genetics of crops grown across North America, Harry Stine was simply a farm boy growing up in the heart of Iowa. He was born in 1941 in the American Midwest, a region known around the world for its endless cornfields, rich farmland, and generations of farming families. Unlike children growing up in large cities, Harry's playground was the family farm. Every season taught a different lesson. Spring meant planting, summer meant growing, autumn meant harvesting, winter meant preparing for another year. Farming wasn't just a job, it was a way of life. From an early age, Harry worked alongside his parents. He learned how much depended on the weather, rain, sunshine, temperature, healthy soil. Every harvest determined whether a family had a successful year or struggled financially. As a young boy, he noticed something many adults accepted as normal. Some corn plants grew taller, some produced larger ears, some resisted disease better, some survived drought, others failed. That observation fascinated him. Instead of asking only how to grow crops, he began asking why certain plants performed better than others. Curiosity became his greatest advantage. Unlike many children, Harry enjoyed observing nature. He carefully compared different plants, different seeds, different harvests. He wanted to understand what made one crop stronger than another. His interest gradually shifted toward one important scientific field, plant genetics. Long before biotechnology became a global industry, Harry realized that improving seeds could improve entire harvests. Better genetics could mean stronger crops, higher yields, greater food production, and better lives for farmers. Those ideas stayed with him throughout childhood. The family farm became his classroom. Every field became a laboratory. Every planting season became another scientific experiment. He learned something every successful entrepreneur eventually discovers. Small improvements repeated consistently create enormous long-term results. Life on the farm also taught him discipline. Crops cannot wait. Fields must be planted on time. Harvests must be completed before weather changes. Animals require daily care. Hard work was not optional, it was simply part of everyday life. These habits shaped Harry's character. Wake up early, work consistently, solve problems, think long-term, never expect immediate rewards. Unlike businesses that can change direction overnight, agriculture teaches patience. Seeds planted today may not produce results for months. Research may require years. Real breakthroughs sometimes require decades. Harry became comfortable thinking far into the future. That mindset would later become one of his greatest competitive advantages. As he grew older, science became increasingly important. He studied agriculture, crop breeding, plant improvement, modern farming techniques. Every new piece of knowledge strengthened one belief: America as future farmers would need better genetics, not simply more land. He began experimenting with corn, soybeans, selective breeding, observing which plants consistently produced the best results. Every successful generation of crops became the starting point for the next. The process required incredible patience, one improvement at a time, one growing season after another. Friends sometimes wondered why Harry spent so much time studying plants. To many people, corn looked like corn, soybeans looked like soybeans. Harry saw something completely different. He saw possibilities. He saw hidden genetic potential. He saw future harvests that could feed millions more people. That vision separated him from almost everyone around him. He wasn't simply interested in farming, he wanted to reinvent it. As American agriculture modernized during the 1950s and 1960s, farmers increasingly adopted machinery. New fertilizers, improved irrigation, modern equipment. Harry believed another revolution was still waiting. The revolution inside the seed itself. If farmers started with better genetics, everything else could improve as well. Higher yields, healthier crops, greater efficiency, stronger profits, better food production. The idea seemed simple, but turning it into reality would require years of research, scientific discipline, business courage, and enormous financial risk. Many people focused on selling tractors, others sold fertilizers. Harry focused on the very beginning of every harvest, the seed. That decision would eventually transform his life. It would also transform American agriculture. The young boy who once walked through Iowa cornfields studying individual plants would eventually build one of the world's most valuable agricultural companies. A company whose genetics would be planted across millions of acres. A company that would help feed countless people, and a business that would ultimately make Harry Stine one of the wealthiest entrepreneurs in the history of modern farming. But first he needed to turn scientific curiosity into a real business. By the late 1970s, as Harry Stine had reached an important conclusion. Traditional farming alone would never unlock agriculture as full potential. The future belonged to science, not only tractors, not only fertilizers, not only larger farms, but better genetics. In 1979, Harry officially founded Stine Seed Company in Adel, Iowa. At the beginning, the company was far from the global agricultural giant it would eventually become. There were no massive research campuses, no billion-dollar laboratories, no international offices, only a small family business driven by one ambitious vision: create the world's best corn and soybean genetics. Many people believed the idea was too risky. Agricultural research required enormous patience. Developing a single improved plant variety could take years, sometimes even decades. There were no guarantees. Every growing season represented another experiment. Every field became another laboratory. Every harvest produced another set of valuable data. Harry understood something many competitors overlooked. Seeds are the foundation of every harvest. If farmers begin with stronger genetics, everything else improves. Better yields, healthier crops, greater profits, more reliable harvests. Instead of focusing only on selling seeds, Harry focused on improving them. One generation at a time, his company invested heavily in research from the very beginning. While many competitors spent money on marketing, Stine Seed spent money on science. The company established its own breeding programs, built research facilities, created experimental fields, collected enormous amounts of agricultural data. Scientists carefully studied thousands of corn and soybean plants. Every season they evaluated plant height, disease resistance, root strength, growth speed, yield potential, weather tolerance, grain quality. Only the very best plants continued into the next generation. This process is known as selective breeding. It requires extraordinary patience. One improvement today can lead to dramatically better crops years later. Harry refused to rush the process. Quality mattered more than speed. As research expanded, the company built modern laboratories. Advanced testing equipment allowed scientists to analyze plant genetics more accurately than ever before. Every discovery improved future breeding decisions. Technology gradually transformed agriculture from traditional farming into modern agricultural science. The company concentrated especially on two crops, corn and soybeans. These two crops dominate American agriculture. Millions of acres are planted every year. Even a small increase in productivity creates enormous economic value. Harry knew that helping farmers produce just a little more per acre could generate millions of additional dollars across the industry. That became Stine Seed's mission, helping farmers grow more food using better genetics. Word spread quickly. Farmers began noticing something unusual. Stine's varieties consistently performed well. Fields produced stronger harvests. Plants tolerated difficult weather. Yields increased. Satisfied customers told neighboring farmers. Neighbors recommended the company to friends. Trust became Stine Seed's greatest advertisement. Unlike flashy marketing campaigns, agriculture depends on reputation. Farmers invest thousands of dollars every planting season. They cannot afford unreliable products. If one company as seeds consistently perform better, farmers remember. Harry personally spent countless hours meeting customers, walking through fields, listening to farmers, understanding their challenges. Every conversation became another research opportunity. Instead of assuming what customers wanted, he asked them directly, "What problems do you face? Which varieties perform best? What could be improved?" That feedback influenced future breeding programs. The company continuously refined its genetics based on real farming conditions. As demand increased, when people hear about billionaires, they often think about smartphones, software, artificial intelligence, or social media. Very few imagined that one of America's largest fortunes was built from seeds. Yet that is exactly what Harry Stine accomplished. His wealth did not come from owning thousands of farms. It came from something much more valuable, innovation. Instead of selling ordinary seeds, Harry focused on creating better genetics. Every new generation of corn and soybean plants was designed to perform better than the previous one. Higher yields, stronger roots, greater resistance to disease, improved adaptability, better performance in different climates. Farmers quickly realized something important. A better seed could increase profits far more than buying another tractor. If every acre produced more crops, every harvest became more valuable. That made superior genetics incredibly valuable. Harry invested heavily in research. Year after year, decade after decade, his company built laboratories, research centers, experimental fields, scientific testing programs. Teams of plant geneticists worked continuously to improve corn and soybean varieties. Unlike many companies seeking quick profits, Stine Seed invested for the long term. Some research projects required years before producing commercial results, but successful discoveries could benefit farmers for decades. One of Harry's greatest business decisions was understanding intellectual property. The true value was not only selling bags of seeds, it was owning the genetics behind those seeds. Through scientific research, Stine Seed developed unique genetic traits. Those discoveries could be protected through patents and licensing agreements. Every successful genetic breakthrough became a valuable business asset. Instead of competing only through manufacturing, the company competed through knowledge, research, innovation, science. As the quality of Stine genetics improved, large agricultural corporations began paying attention. Some of the world's biggest seed companies wanted access to Stine's genetics. Rather than producing every product himself, Harry often licensed genetic technologies to major agricultural companies. Licensing became one of the most profitable parts of the business. The process is simple in theory. A company develops valuable technology. Another company pays for the right to use it. Both businesses benefit. The inventor earns licensing income. The partner gains access to superior technology. This model generated enormous long-term revenue. Millions of acres across North America eventually used genetics developed by Stine Seed. Even when farmers purchased seeds from other companies, many were still planting Stine genetics. That meant Harry's research continued generating value across the entire agricultural industry. Another major source of revenue remained direct seed sales. Every planting season, millions of farmers purchased corn and soybean seeds. Because seeds must be replanted every year, demand remained consistent. Every successful harvest increased customer loyalty. Farmers who earned higher yields often returned the following season. Agriculture rewards trust. If a seed consistently performs well, farmers continue buying it for years. That created long-term customer relationships. Stine Seed gradually expanded throughout the United States, then beyond. Today, the company supplies farmers across North America. Its research influences global agriculture. The business also invested heavily in biotechnology. Modern agriculture is no longer based only on traditional breeding. Scientists now analyze DNA, study plant genomes, develop improved genetic traits, and use advanced biotechnology to create stronger crops. Harry understood this transformation earlier than many competitors. Instead of resisting scientific progress, he embraced it. Research became one of the company's biggest competitive advantages. By the 1990s, Stine Seed was no longer just another seed company. It had become one of the world's leading agricultural research organizations. Harry Stine believed that the future of farming would not be determined only by tractors or fertilizers or larger farms. It would be determined by biotechnology. Science was changing agriculture forever. Instead of relying only on traditional plant breeding, researchers could now study genetics at an entirely new level. DNA, genomes, genetic traits, molecular biology, advanced breeding techniques. Harry realized that these scientific breakthroughs would transform global food production. Rather than resisting change, he invested heavily in it. Every year, Stine Seed invested millions of dollars into research and development. New laboratories were built, scientists joined the company, field testing programs expanded. Thousands of experimental plants were evaluated every growing season. Some research projects lasted 5 years. Others continued for more than a decade. The goal remained the same: develop stronger plants, more productive crops, more reliable harvests. One breakthrough often leads to another. Researchers created corn hybrids that produced significantly higher yields. Soybean varieties became more productive, plants became stronger, healthier, and more adaptable to changing weather conditions. Disease resistance also improved dramatically. Farmers constantly battle plant diseases that can destroy entire harvests. Every new genetic improvement reduced those risks. Stronger plants meant more stable food supplies, higher farm income, and greater agricultural efficiency. Climate also became an increasing challenge. Droughts, floods, extreme temperatures, changing weather patterns. Modern agriculture required crops capable of surviving increasingly unpredictable environments. Stine Seed continued improving genetics to help farmers adapt. Innovation became the company's identity. One reason Stine Seed achieved extraordinary success was its willingness to think decades ahead. Many businesses focus only on next year's profits. Harry focused on the next generation of agriculture. His company collaborated with some of the world's largest agricultural corporations. Major seed companies licensed Stine genetics. Research partnerships expanded. Technology sharing accelerated innovation across the entire industry. Even companies competing with Stine often depended upon its scientific discoveries. This created an enormous influence throughout North American agriculture. Today, millions of acres of farmland use genetics developed through decades of research conducted by Stine Seed. The company's work reaches far beyond Iowa. Its influence extends across the United States, Canada, Mexico, and international agricultural markets. Expansion required significant investment, new research centers, modern production facilities, distribution networks, advanced logistics, data analysis systems. The business continuously reinvested profits back into innovation. Every successful harvest funded future discoveries. Every scientific breakthrough strengthened the next generation of crops. One remarkable feature of Harry Stine's leadership was his belief that agriculture would always require innovation. The world's population continued growing. Food demand continued increasing. Available farmland remained limited. The only sustainable solution: produce more food from the same land. Better genetics made that possible. Modern biotechnology allowed researchers to improve productivity without continuously expanding farmland. This became one of the most important contributions of companies like Stine Seed. Their work helped improve agricultural efficiency while supporting long-term food production. Food security gradually became a global concern. As populations increased, governments, scientists, farmers, and technology companies all recognized the importance of improving agricultural productivity. Stine Seed became part of that solution. Every improved hybrid represented more than scientific progress. It represented additional food, greater stability, and stronger agricultural economies. Harry often emphasized that farmers deserve the best possible tools. For him, the most powerful tool was not machinery, it was the seed itself. Everything begins with the seed. The entire growing season depends upon it. If the genetics are strong, the harvest has a much greater chance of success. Decades of research eventually transformed Stine Seed into the largest privately owned seed company in the United States, an achievement few people believed possible when Harry founded the company in 1979. His business demonstrated that agriculture and technology are no longer separate industries. They have become one. Modern farming increasingly depends upon science, artificial intelligence, genomics, automation, biotechnology, data analytics, and continuous innovation. Harry Stine helped lead that transformation. His company proved that scientific research can directly improve the lives of farmers, increase global food production, and create enormous economic value at the same time. Today, Stine Seed is recognized not simply as a seed producer but as one of the world's leading agricultural innovation companies. Its discoveries continue shaping the future of farming, helping feed millions of people, and demonstrating that some of the world's most important technological breakthroughs happen not inside smartphones but inside living plants.